Welcome to the Mario Matter, the #1 Nintendo podcast.
Folks, the June 9th, 2026 Nintendo Direct has come and gone. Cdotkom and I recap it today. Welcome on in to the Mario Matter, episode 196. I'm your host, Nintendo Switch 2 YouTuber EmSwizzle, and I actually don't usually spoil the guest. I say spoil as if it's not in the title and thumbnail before I bring them on, but Cdotkom, how's it going?
Oh my god, today's a good day. Today's a good day.
Charlie. Listen, dog, I'm gonna go ahead and expose this. You DM'd me after the direct and said, all right, don't tell me your thoughts. Let's save it for the podcast. I know that you love this direct.
Do I, though?
I know.
Do I, though?
I didn't even watch your reaction because I was, like, kind of committed to the bit. But all the Xenoblade, oh, come on.
I mean, that was very cool. That was very cool. But we should get into the rightful first topic. We should just go through the whole thing.
Let's do it.
And then I think at the end of once we're done all talking about it, once we're all done, we'll give it our ranking and how we think just overall as a Nintendo Direct presentation it was. So we'll have 2 rankings out of like 10.
Okay.
And then I think that's a good way to go about it.
Let's do it. So all we have on the entire news docket is just all Nintendo Direct stuff. Let's go ahead. Why delay what you want to hear about? Start from the top. We're going to go chronological, top to bottom on this Nintendo Direct. Let's just dive in because why delay? All right, Charlie. So here's my first thing here, okay? So we get this Direct. You know, that whole countdown's on screen. 3, 2, 1. I always love to look at what the first announcement was, okay? Mm-hmm. Or is rather what the first announcement is, and I was hyped. I was like, "Oh man, is it gonna be?" You know, I mean, God knows what, like a new Mario baseball, something. Okay, like whatever it might have been, something new. Mm-hmm. Rhythm Heaven Groove is our first announcement. How did you feel?
Honestly, at the start, I was expecting there to be, if anything, I would have expected to see, which we'll get into later, Xenoblade Genesis, right?
Sure.
I was expecting to see something like that at the start instead, because for me, I thought that Rhythm Heaven Groove was going to get maybe its own little overview trailer next week or something like that, because I felt like it would get overshadowed from a bunch of all of the other announcements, in which there were, oh my god, there were so many announcements. So I wasn't really expecting to see it, but then I saw it, and there's a lot more to this game than I thought.
Yeah, they showed some new modes. Some new funky things.
I like
good
the RPG.
Multiplayer.
I like the RPG mode they got. That looks great.
Yes, it does. I think there's great depth to the game, especially they're selling it for 50, right? 40?
I don't know. I'm Canadian. But I think somewhere around. I think somewhere.
What's the Canadian?
Hold on. No. I know the relative prices. I'll go give it a look-see on my Nintendo Switch. But keep going. I'll get to the price.
Okay. Yeah, like I think there's more to the game than I thought 3 days ago, because you know we're filming this Thursday. I think there's more to the game than I thought, and I'm excited to buy it now. I think I will be able to put more hours into it. I have a problem with this being the first thing shown in the Direct. I don't think, honestly, it's not even like the placement. I do not, and by the way, if you cannot tell from my tone how I feel about this Direct, I'm gonna go off, Chuck. I feel like this did not need a 4-minute trailer anywhere.
I think, well, here's the thing. You have to take into account that the last Rhythm Heaven game was, I believe, Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix on the 3DS. I forget if that's the name, but I know it was on the 3DS. And people have been wanting a new one. This is on the same level as Tomodachi Life, right? And while Tomodachi Life got a dedicated... This is on the same level of anticipation as Tomodachi Life. Maybe not sales.
No. This is a niche community. I heard more Tomodachi Life 2 people than I did Rhythm Heaven Groove people.
Yeah, but you have to realize that there have been people wanting a new Rhythm Heaven game for the past 10 years, right? And while I think it would have been better,
there's more Tomodachi.
I think it would have been better for them to have a separate like trailer or even maybe a little direct over Tomodachi Life. Not Tomodachi. Against Rhythm Heaven Groove. I'm getting my words mixed up. I also understand that by putting it in a Nintendo Direct, it'll have the most eyes on it rather than just having a dedicated Rhythm Heaven Direct or trailer. So I think it was a good play because I'm interested in it. It's 55 Canadian dollars, so probably 40 American.
Yes,
50
40
for physical. And yeah, I'm excited for it.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm going to buy it. I just think this didn't really belong. I'm still not over you saying that the Tomodachi Life and Rhythm Heaven hype is similar or the same.
I'd say it's similar. I remember when that Direct happened, March, the one before the Switch 2 Direct in April last year, people were going crazy over both. Because I remember every single Direct, people would be asking for a new Tomodachi Life and a new Rhythm Heaven.
Yeah, but I saw way more like prior to that, I saw more when's the next Tomodachi Life as opposed to like when's the next Rhythm. I saw people saying like we want a new Rhythm Heaven, but I feel like it's not it never has been this like
it wasn't as popular as Tomodachi Life, but
game.
it still has a lot of importance to the people who want it.
Right, and sorry, this whole thing sounds like I hate Rhythm Heaven. I'm excited. I'm gonna buy it. It looks like a pleasant little game. I'm all in. I just think in terms of this Direct, it didn't belong. And then now I'm like stuck on your Tomodachi Life comment. I think Tomodachi Life. I think they were different, but
they are. But
I don't
it's
have
similar.
a problem with the game. This game is gonna be fine. $40. They're selling it for how much it's probably worth, 40, which is pretty rare nowadays. So I'm happy. I'm in. I just wanted something different. And I think like when this was shown first, I wasn't this upset as I'm coming off now. I'll explain why I feel this way and like how in retrospect, this all just seems like a jumbled up Direct. But yeah, I'm going to buy it July 2nd. We've known about this game for a while. Like I'm in. Like it's fine. Whatever. First announcement. Whatever. Okay. I'm good.
Not bad.
So after that is when we get to the headlines, which are typically third-party games. Sometimes you'll see the old Nintendo game thrown in there somewhere, but like third-party games. So I'll name
question before
yes,
we go to the next part. Did you watch all of the other? Because this past week there have been tons of different gaming showcases. There was PlayStation at a State of Play, so PlayStation Direct. There was Summer Game Fest, and then there was an Xbox presentation amid, I think, a few others. Did you watch any of those?
None.
Okay,
Couldn't
so
care.
all of these, like, I know Onimusha, Way of the Sword. I know that was shown off. I think that was shown off in the Sony State of Play. There's so many presentations. My mind is like, it's all over the place. But there was a ton of new games announced, like for example, some that weren't even shown in the previous, some that weren't shown in the previous presentations that I'm sure will come to Switch 2 eventually. Like there's a remake of Persona 4 and Persona 6 got announced, and Rayman, which we'll talk about a bit, that was also announced at the Sony State of Play. So there's a bunch of other things too, but it's nice to know that they will indeed be coming to Switch and get Switch gameplay of. But anyways, continue. That's it's been a great week for games.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask through these next three: Onimusha, Way of the Sword, Dragon's Dogma 2, Dark Arisen, and Stellar Blade. Any thoughts there? Because I have thoughts on the next ones after that, but those three.
Yeah, I mean,
before I skip those.
I have not played those. I know people who do play those or are looking forward to those, and it's cool for those guys. But I got all the other games in the Direct. I think I'll be playing before I play those ones.
Gotcha. Yep. Same here. So I wanted to take a little pit stop here in the chronological order. Stop at Orbitals here. I'm not crazy over the game, but it's worth talking about. It's like a fun little like co-op. It's very reminiscent of like It Takes Two, Split Fiction sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I just like those
co-op adventure.
Easy, accessible. I like the easy co-op games that you can just play with anybody, as opposed to like a co-op game where you gotta like be good at a game. Like I can play that with a brand new gamer and have fun, so I just wanted to mention I think that's going to be a fun title, so I'll play it.
It's Switch 2 exclusive too, which is nice.
Fire.
It does make use of the game share. I think they mentioned that.
Yes.
That's always nice. I think game share is an underutilized feature. It quite literally can make a second Switch a Wii U gamepad, which I think is awesome because people yearn for the Wii U.
It's just us.
It's just me, actually.
Oh man, I'm not included. Oh
No, no, you're not.
dang it.
Anyways, let's get to Rayman Legends Retold.
I was gonna stop here too. Yep.
Rayman Legends is one of my favorite platformers. I played it on the Wii U when it first came out.
Same.
And then I got it on the Switch and played through it again. I am a bit, I'm a bit puzzled on why they decided to remake it instead. But
Yes.
we've seen an ongoing trend of things like, for example, the Crash Bandicoot trilogy of games that were remade, as well as the Spyro trilogy of games. And recently, we just got announcement that Spyro 4 is happening as well. We got Crash 4 a few years ago, if I'm fairly certain. So I'm assuming if Rayman Legends Retold sells well enough, which I'm sure it will, because it looks great.
Oh yeah.
Then we'll be getting Rayman 4, which is always exciting. The main part about Rayman Legends that I was always a bit looking back, I'm like, yeah, there kind of just is no story to this game. It's more so just a level collection of different assorted worlds. So it looks like they're adding some story to everything, which I'm happy about.
Yeah. I, like you, am confused why the game is being remade. It's not often that you see a game get made, then get ported, then get remade on the exact same system that it was ported on. But like, all right, like, do your thing. I'm gonna buy it. I love Rayman. I've played Rayman Origins. I'm no Rayman historian, but like I played Origins.
I've
on
just
the
played
360.
Legends. I think I have Origins.
Yeah.
I haven't finished it though. I have only played Legends.
I played Legends on the Wii U, just like you. Bought Legends on Switch. Like, it's a fun enough game and fun multiplayer. Like to the point where I'm gonna buy it again, because also the remake is not just. Well, I mean it is, but
all right, includes Origins.
Like a remake. Does it really?
Yeah.
I didn't even like pay attention. I was like, "Oh, Rayman Legends is great."
Well,
Origins?
I think that was shown in another presentation, like the PlayStation one, or maybe their own separate footage. I remember it like a remastered, not a remake like they're doing here, but a remastered version of Origins.
Well, that makes it even more worth it. I was gonna say it's not just a remake; it's a beautiful. It looks great. It looks very, very good. So
it's not going to replace the original
I'll be
in terms of art, because I don't think you can really beat Rayman Legends in terms of art. But it is a cool, unique take, and we'll see another remake that will be a unique take and not replace the original as we get closer to the end of this direct recap.
Or just the end, but
it is the end. But okay, yeah.
I'm gonna save that one. But yes, October 1st. Do we? I keep asking you like for the price. This is not 70, is it?
I think it might be 50 US.
Really? No, 60? No, it can't be 50. Really?
Well, let me take a look on my Switch 2 eShop here. Give me a moment.
Let me look. And like we should have done the whole.
We really should have brought this up earlier.
Right, but also like this is the fun. People can like listen to the podcast and hang out with us while we do research like we would in a typical friend group. Okay. It's 40. What? It's 40. Everyone better buy this game. It's 40. It's 40.
Rayman Legends Retold. It's not even showing me a price here, but
it's the same price as Rhythm Heaven Groove.
There you go.
All right, y'all better buy this. And also, by the way, this one that I'm looking at here is like a launch edition. Like they're doing fun stuff, and it looks thick, like as if it's a steel book or so. It includes a map of like the world. And
I saw that about a week ago.
Lithographs, whatever the heck that is. Yeah. Anyways, okay, that's getting my pre-order ASAP. That's a great thing.
You know what got my pre-order?
Edition. Sorry?
Three specific games got my pre-order, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay. So this one didn't yet.
No, not yet. I'll buy it when it comes out, but I'm not going to pre-order it.
Okay, well, I'm going to pre-order this right after this.
One game that I can't pre-order because I'm fairly certain it's just being released digitally is the next game, which I'm so excited for. You have no idea. We're going to talk about Big Walk.
Okay, now can I say one thing first?
Go for it.
When they showed, and anyone who watched my stream might remember this, when they showed that picture, like here's our next headline, and like it goes to like that one picture of the game. I thought this was, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was Freaky Forms Deluxe, Charlie.
Freaky
Do
Forms?
you know that game?
That's not a name I've heard in years.
Oh my goodness!
Wasn't that on the 3DS?
But you've heard it. Yes. I brought it up. I said, "Chat, this is like Freaky Forms." Everyone's like, "What on earth is a Freaky Form?" This is a Nintendo-made game on 3DS. It's pretty niche. All these dudes look like my Freaky Form guys. I was like, "Oh my gosh, Freaky Forms Deluxe 2." And then I was like, "Oh, it's Big Walk." But I mean, like, not to undermine the game announcement. Looks great. I'll buy it. Well, I mean, honestly, it looks a little bit rough, but
Here's the
what
thing.
Do you think? What do you think?
I saw Big Walk. Big Walk's made by the same folk who made Untitled Goose Game, which was crazy popular back in the day. Developer's name is House. And
House.
I believe this was shown off, I'd like to say either 2023 or 2024 Game Awards. And it just had like a 2025 release date, ended up getting delayed to 2026. But oh my goodness, this is just I have so many of my pals that are just so excited to just play that game and do nothing.
Yeah.
It's a very, very stark contrast to a bunch of the multiplayer games releasing now, where it's like you can very much tell that they're being made to fit a very, very specific category of playstyle, where it's like, oh, you gotta go, Lethal Company, Repo, those kinds of games. You got to go find the thing and then solve the objective. But some crazy wacky stuff's gonna happen, and then people are gonna clip it all over social media, and it's gonna go viral, right? This feels like the antithesis to that entire philosophy of game, and I'm just excited to go on a big walk with pals.
Yep. I honestly don't even. It's just like an open sandbox deal, or like what? What are we looking at? Like, what's the objective?
I don't think there is one.
Yeah, just for fun.
Yeah,
fun
it's like I feel like it's a. I mean, Minecraft has an objective, but most of the time you're not doing Minecraft's objective.
Right, you're just chilling.
Just chilling.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in. August 4th. I'm in. I'll take it. That's not far from now, so kudos to them as well. I thought it was Freaky Forms. All right, Charlie. One Piece Grand Gourmet. Any thoughts?
Looks great. Me and my pals are big fans of the series, so it does look. I love the pixel art. I love seeing all the characters from the show, and I'll be picking it up.
Yeah, I thought it was cute. I'm not a One Piece guy. All kudos to those who are, but I mean, I thought it looked like a nice little game. Not for me though, but kudos. That is
reminds me of those old
23rd.
Game Dev Tycoon or like blank amount of Tycoon. I feel like it might even be the same developer. I haven't looked into it too much. But those old Tycoon games used to play on either mobile or
right.
I think the DS as well. But yeah, it's great. It's great. But let's get into a good old Pokopia.
Oh my God, talk to me about that. Okay, so as soon as I saw Pokopia, I was like, Charlie, how much money do they want? It's the Pokemon company. How much money do they want from me? Like, how much is this? It's gonna be paid. So we get to the part where they say Pokopia diving update. When they said free, I almost sent out a whole Evite for a parade. Like it was a miracle. Pokemon free? That's crazy to me.
I mean, the thing is with
and then of course, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, then of course there was the paid stuff.
Paid DLC.
But when I saw Pokopia get announced, I was just freaking out. I'm like, no, you can't do this. You can't do this. You can't like shove me back into the game because another 30 hours will be down the drain. When Pokopia came out, I did not expect to enjoy it nearly as much as I did. Same goes for Pokemon Legend ZA, which released last year. And I blinked and like 30, 40 hours of my life were gone. I beat the game though. It was great. And now I'm just working on my town. And now that they've announced an update to go underwater, I can finally make that underwater house. But oh God, I don't have the time for this. I don't have the time.
Great game. Syncs up your time. Are we buying the DLC? They didn't give us too much.
I'm going to wait to see like the full contents of the DLC before I end up getting it. Because I know there's one town, and I think in the game, I think there's 5 areas in the game. One's kind of like a big open area. But there's 4 main areas in the game. Then there's that 5th side area. So adding 2 more is basically doubling the content. Or no, not doubling the content. Adding half the game's worth of content in there. And then I don't know what else is going to be added in the I know there's 3 stages, one town, something else, and then another town. So I'm looking forward to seeing it, but I'm going to wait till I see the full contents before I make a purchase.
Yeah, it's definitely a wait and see. Sort of. I couldn't even give you my take. I honestly lean like I don't want to buy it, but we'll see.
Did you end up playing Pokopia?
Yeah, no, I like Pokopia, and I like the game itself. I feel like I never buy Pokemon DLCs. Like, whether it's ZA, even Scarlet and Violet, I never buy the DLC. I've had enough. I don't know. I'll buy every Mario Wonder DLC. I'll buy Mario Kart DLC. Pokemon, I'm out. I don't know why.
I remember, I think the last Pokemon DLC I bought was the one for Sword and Shield. And I remember buying it, playing it. I mean, it was a great DLC, but I felt like it could have been included in just the original game, and it should have been included in the original base game. I think that's just the side effect of poor Game Freak getting just owned by the Pokemon company with unrealistic deadlines, which I hope has changed, because obviously we didn't see anything on Pokemon Winds and Waves, which we probably will see.
Right.
I probably in August for the Pokemon Presents. That's why I wasn't here. But I just hope longer development cycles, the developers can actually take their time and put everything in there that they want to put in there, and not be forced to charge extra for it later, and they can just have one complete package. Although it probably still will have DLC, but one complete package, you know? So you don't feel like you need to get the DLC.
That would be beautiful. I would love it. Please take notes. Pokemon Company, somebody. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, September 17th, release date announced. I will let you do the talking, because I am just overly confident you're more excited than I am.
Yeah, well, a good pal of mine, or DJ's friend of the channel, big Fire Emblem fan, right? And I only have room in my heart and mind for one RPG series from Nintendo, and that's Xenoblade. But I've always wanted to give Fire Emblem a try. I've played a few games on the 3DS. I've tried playing it through the GameCube stuff, and you know, I'd be playing through it. I'd enjoy it, and then life just happens. You know when that happens. Yeah. It just life stuff just happens, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna be playing that game right now. Oh, I'm not gonna be playing that game right now. I'll get back to it later, and then you just never do, right? So I've always wanted to play through a Fire Emblem game, just to see, you know, how it is, because I'm sure I'll enjoy it, because there's a reason it's been around since the 90s, right? And this game, it's actually very interesting, because this is I'm not going to say somewhat sequel to Fire Emblem Three Houses, but it takes place, I believe, in the same like world as that game, which released in, I believe, 2019. It's the most popular Fire Emblem game. And in that game, you got to choose from the 3 houses, and then you would go, and then there'd be, I think there was a spoilers, I guess. The game came in 2019. There's a time skip, and depending on which one of the 3 houses you chose, after that time skip, your game would be very, very different. So there's a bunch of different routes you can do that will affect the ending of the game. And with this one, with Fortune's Weave, it seems like that will be the case as well, but instead of having a time skip or having the opening parts of the game be very similar, at least we don't know this yet. I mean, like to see some gameplay beforehand. I'm sure we'll get another trailer before the game's release. But you can select from 4 different characters. And it seems that each of these 4 characters will have wildly different stories. And that just opens it up for replayability. And hopefully that also means, for me at least, that since it's spread across 4 campaigns, that the story will be a tiny bit shorter. So I might be able to fit it in with my busy schedule. But comes out September 17th. I thought it would be coming out in August. And then I realized there's actually quite a lot of stuff coming out in August. We got the Pokopia stuff as well. Elden Ring is coming out in August as well. They'd want to make room for that. And I'm fairly certain there's something else in August I'm forgetting. But yeah, September's kind of like the slot for RPG games, or like Xenoblade and Fire Emblem, because back when Xenoblade 3 got announced in 2022, originally it was going to release in September until getting moved up and swapping spots with Splatoon. So yeah, I'm excited for it.
Sure. I wish I could say the exact same thing, but I just can't. I have never been a JRPG guy.
Yeah, have you tried any of the Fire Emblem games?
No.
Uh-huh.
So because of that, I would never be like, oh, this game sucks. I've not touched it.
Yeah, you should try it. One's on the GameCube Switch Online.
Yeah, I mean, if they're on there, maybe. I feel like I and a lot of people don't have interest in these games, don't touch them. The Xenoblades, the Fire Emblems, which both happen to be in this direct, we don't touch them. The JRPG thing, I can't do. All the kudos to anyone who can. You with your Xenoblade, it's just not for me.
Why do you think it's not for you? I'm curious.
That's a great question. I don't know. I would lean because, and this is kind of like a weird example, but when I played Xenoblade Chronicles, what was it, X Definitive Edition? Like, that's the one time, which is not the game to start
Not the game
with.
to start with.
No, but I'm playing that, and I'm like, I am so lost. I am not into this. I'm forcing myself to play. It's just something about the style, and I also just am not the biggest RPG guy ever. I can play through a Paper Mario, but even like Mario RPG, I'm like kind of dragging myself through that too. Maybe it's a mix of like RPGs not being my style mixed with like, I feel like something about the JRPGs aren't for me.
Just something?
I can't tell you. It's 50 RPGs aren't my thing. I'm not trying to say it's the Japanese thing, and I'm a quarter Japanese myself. I should be more into these things. It's just like I feel like I don't get them. Yeah. I don't get them, Charlie. I don't know what it is.
There's always a steep learning curve with anything.
Yes,
but I feel like the reason why people who are fans of these RPG series always recommend them so much and always encourage people to try them is because once you get past that initial learning curve, and it can be tough. It can be tough sometimes. The first Xenoblade game I actually went through all the way and completed was Xenoblade 2, and folks who have played that game know that the tutorials suck in that game, notoriously. And so obviously it was a hard learning curve to actually figure out how to play that game and move forward. And I do have my issues with the tutorial process of Xenoblade 2, but it's still a fantastic game because once I understood everything and understood how the game worked and understood how the mechanics complement the gameplay and the story and the world that you're in, I think it's one of the most enjoyable experiences you can get out of a game that comes from just mastering the systems that the game throws at you. And you're at a point where, just to put it out there, there's bosses that could be level 200 and you're only capped at level 99, right? And you're just mopping the floor with them, right? I think that is one of the greatest like pulls for people who are fans of RPGs, and especially with Fire Emblem, it is more so based on tactics. And imagine it's like a giant game of chess, right?
Yeah.
So there becomes what is it? It's a really big motivating factor to go into these battles and basically have a perfect game. Especially because a big thing with Fire Emblem, I don't know if it's been more of a thing recently, but I know definitely in the previous Fire Emblem games, if one of your units and one of your characters dies, they're gone.
Yep.
Right? So when every single decision you make will affect basically whether your characters live or die. And it's all about that moment-to-moment decision-making in Fire Emblem, as well as the preparation beforehand that makes the satisfaction of clearing one of those victories, or not victories, clearing one of those battles without taking any losses. It just makes it so rewarding, right?
Yep.
So it's definitely a big learning curve, but for anyone who is just even the little bit interested, just try them out. I know there's obviously a Fire Emblem game on the GameCube Switch Online, or Nintendo Classics, I should say. But even from someone like me who has never finished a Fire Emblem game, I see the appeal so well. And I really think that you should give it a try.
Yeah, and I'm fully content to be like, I'm taking the L, like, I'm probably missing out not trying it. But, like, why do something that you're not interested in if no one's, like, forcing you to.
New experiences.
I'll just go.
New experiences.
Sorry.
Spice of life.
Maybe, but I don't know. I'd rather play my Switch 2 skydiving than play Fire Emblem.
That'd be actually a fire. You should do that.
I should do it for a short, but
yeah, make sure the Joy-Cons are like very, very locked in there. But oh my god, yeah, that'd be fun.
I don't know.
I'm I'm expecting you to do that now.
One
fully.
One day. Get me to 3 mil tomorrow, and I'll think about it. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I don't know. I just have no interest. But Ninjala 2, the Uncharted Planet.
I forgot Ninjala was a thing. If I remember correctly, it was a major multiplayer game on the Switch 1. I believe it was free to play.
Yes,
I don't know if
it
it shut down. I don't know if it shut down or anything like that. But this seems to be a single player kind of thing with multiplayer aspects. I will probably not play it, but I do know that there are a surprising amount of Ninjala fans. I think there was even like a TV show. I'm just not very well informed on this.
No, neither. And I think people won't hate us for not being well informed because I think the majority of people aren't, if I'm being honest.
Oh yeah,
well informed. On anything but Nintendo. Like you probably come here for the Splatoon Raiders and the Zeldas and the, Ninjala 2. I'm sure it's going to be great. Spring of next year. Punch your ticket. Let's talk about the DK Challenge on Nintendo Switch Online. So Nintendo throws a curveball. Usually when a Nintendo game is being revealed or announced or whatever in Directs, you will have the... I'm forgetting his name. What's the guy's name? The presenter man, Koizumi.
Yeah, Mr. Koizumi.
Mr. Koizumi. You'll have him say, "Please take a look at this." Snap. But they just threw this into like where all the third-party games were being announced. The DK Challenge is Nintendo has updated NES, SNES, and the Game Boy Classics Switch Online apps to include challenges for Donkey Kong games. And by doing those, you can get digital trading cards just to, collect on your Switch. Yeah. And that's a cool little thing.
Achievements.
It's very reminiscent, basically, of NES Remix, the great game game that was on the Wii U.
Although I think
even 3DS.
I'd say it's more reminiscent of Nintendo World Championships NES Edition. Remember that one? Came out, I think, 3 years ago.
Yes,
I
do, but
more of the objectives because NES Remix is more of like, what if Zelda was in Mario?
Okay, yeah, I can see your point. Okay, yeah, sure, great point. World Championships NES Edition. That's more what this is like. But yeah, I mean, it's a cute thing. I like how it's limited time, even though most people wouldn't like that because you wouldn't have time to do it all. And if they keep it fresh, if every few months they change out, like, oh, now for the Mario games, you can get Mario cards and stuff like that. That's very cool.
I can see.
I'll take that gladly.
100%. Once that September 1st period ends, we're gonna see it Zelda.
Yeah, probably just for like the whole, because I'm sure that the Ocarina of Time thing wouldn't be far from September of this year. So
we'll get to that when we get to that, because I feel like we're going to get to that part, and I have lots of things to say because I did indeed call that 3 years ago, and we can talk about that as well.
Okay, wow.
But yeah, let's get to. I must say, after the DK Challenge was shown and they showed Vampire Survivors across the screen, I was like, oh, wow, Vampire Survivors. I love Vampire Survivors. And then they said domain expansion. And I was not expecting Jujutsu Kaisen to be getting a Vampire Survivors-esque game.
Can I say one thing? I think on our notes here, my great note researching skills did not incorporate the Donkey Kong how you can get the Mario and Luigi costumes for Bonanza.
Just the update for the
was cool,
Emerald
right?
Rush thing. Yeah, I must say, Emerald Rush is such a fun mode. It's such a nice arcade kind of challenge. I haven't played it nearly as much as I want to, just because there's so many games coming out. But it's fun, and if you folks want to nab the DLC, that's very much a mode that would be very much a mode that's worth it.
Yeah, it's cute. Donkey Kong and Pauline can wear Mario and Luigi hats. It's nice. Talk to me about your Kaizen. How do you even say this?
Jujutsu Kaisen?
Jujutsu. Yes, talk to me.
Oh, it just seems like a Vampire Survivors game with the characters from the show. Or the series, I should say.
Not for me. Do you have any comments on the games prior to Xenoblade? Because I do not, but I'll let you have the floor.
Well, Lies of P is I don't know too much about Lords of the Fallen 2, but I do know that Lies of P is... Oh, it's also coming out in August. Look at that. Thank you for putting the release dates. This is very, very helpful.
Yes,
but I do know Lies of P is a Souls-like game, so similar to, Dark Souls and all of that in gameplay mechanics and systems. And I know that's a great game, so I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy to play it for maybe the first time, or at least portably. Devil May Cry 5, I forget when the original DMC5 came out, but glad to see it's on Switch. I know Capcom has been going crazy on the Switch 2, specifically like the past year, especially with, Resident Evil 7, 8, and 9. We got Pragmata, and now this, and some other ones we saw earlier in the Direct as well. And then Muramasa, I don't know too much about. And to be honest, I forget even seeing that, because obviously the next 2 points and the next 2 games, it was all a blur from there for me. So
yes, I can imagine.
Let's talk about that.
All right. So you got, and I say you, because, back to the JRPG, you got your Xenoblade Chronicles series. All getting Switch 2 editions, Charlie.
I can't stop winning. If anything,
every single one.
If anything, so as you folks know, because you've listened to me yammer on for days about the Xenoblade games, but Xenoblade 3 is the best game I've ever played. I actually picked up the special edition recently. It's right down there, which is great. And so Xenoblade 3 is my favorite. It's the best game I've ever played. And Xenoblade 1 Definitive Edition, released in 2020. Xenoblade 2 released in 2017, launch year of the Switch. And then Xenoblade 3 released in 2022 for the Switch as well. And these games, obviously, phenomenal. I wouldn't be as a fan of them if they weren't. But my one issue, and a lot of people's issues with these games, is that the poor Nintendo Switch hardware just could not keep up with the vision for these games.
Yes.
They ran as well as they could have, especially Xenoblade 3. I was very, very surprised with. But there would be many occasions, especially in Xenoblade 2, which obviously released the first year of the Nintendo Switch. It wasn't nearly as well optimized as the Xenoblade 3 was 5 years later. It was... frame rate was going into the 20 to 25 area often. And the resolution would go 540p, very, very low. And so seeing that the Switch 2 editions for all of these games will be making them 4K and 60 frames per second is just such a nice thing to see, especially because I was thinking about replaying some of them if they did get those announcements. And it's just such a great way to, I'm not going to say onboard people, but to get people onboarded for Xenoblade Genesis when it comes out next year, which I'll talk about that in a bit. But also for the Switch 2 edition, they made Xenoblade Mario Kart. For Xenoblade 1, they let you do some new challenges in Xenoblade 2, which was in the game. I'll just explain it a bit briefly. In the game, there's this mechanic where you can send off your blades, which are the weapons you acquire throughout the game. You can send them to do little mercenary missions, and it'd be kind of like a timed thing. Like you'd wait 30 minutes, and they'd come back and do something, and then they'd give you the rewards. And now it seems that you can actually play as those blades when they're out doing the missions instead of having to wait the time for it, which is a great quality of life change, and it's a fun bit of gameplay too. And for Xenoblade 3, it seems that they're adding in, well, as well as for Xenoblade 2, they're adding in a new playable character, or an unlockable character, I should say, not necessarily playable, that you can recruit to your party. And in Xenoblade 3 specifically, I know we were talking about Vampire Survivors earlier, but it seems like they're adding a Vampire Survivors-esque mode to Xenoblade 3, which is another mix of some of my favorite games, which which is just fantastic. And they're all getting physical re-releases as well. I can't stop winning. I can't stop winning.
You can't. You can't. There's a lot of good stuff here for you, and we've not even gotten to maybe your biggest win, but yeah, I mean, I'm seeing this. All I can think about is Charlie's going crazy right now because this is not for me. But that's all I can think about.
I will say, if there's one Xenoblade game, because I know you played X and you didn't like it, and I'm going to keep pestering you to try the series, because every single person I've gotten to play a Xenoblade game has said, thank you for recommending this to me. This is one of the greatest games of all time. I think Xenoblade 1, or Xenoblade Definitive Edition, Switch 2 Edition, or sorry, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, Switch 2 Edition, is probably the best starting point for fans of the series who... or not for fans of the series, for newcomers to the series who want to get interested in it before Xenoblade Genesis comes out. So all I'm saying, if you guys are interested, I'm talking to you specifically, Cameron, and you specifically watching, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, Switch 2 Edition is the best way to play probably the most beginner-friendly Xenoblade game.
Okay. Maybe I'll listen to you when it comes out. I don't know. It's going to have to be a right place, right time sort of deal for me. But yeah, sounds like a great thing to do. Start with the first game in the series. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
Or not first.
Yep.
Was it the first?
That's the first game in the series.
Sorry. I'm thinking of that 3DS one.
There was no...
Wait, is that the first one?
Are you talking about Xenoblade Chronicles 3D?
Yes, thank you. Sorry. Okay.
So there's three versions. There's three versions of the original Xenoblade. There's obviously the first Xenoblade Chronicles released on the Wii in 2010, later in the US 2012. There is Xenoblade Chronicles 3D, which was a port of the game to the new Nintendo 3DS specifically.
Yes.
And then in 2020, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition was a remake remaster. It's honestly, it's lines are blurred. I'd say it's more of a very, very high quality remaster of Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii. So
yes,
yes.
Major apologies. What I was thinking of was when I was a kid as in like 10, 11, 12 years old, would like go into this game room that like my family had where like we'd like put our games, and I just always saw this Xenoblade Chronicles 3D box. The game was never in there. My brother always had it. But I was like, what is this game? So your brother had good taste, is
what I'm hearing.
Yeah, pretty much. And he's a big Xenoblader, so I'm not. But that's okay. Talk to me about Xenoblade Genesis coming out next year.
All right.
What are we feeling here?
So, for the people who are thinking, oh man, new Xenoblade game, am I going to have to play 1, 2, 3, and X to understand this one? Yes. And the answer to that, nope. I'd say like it's even better if you hadn't played any of them before. You know?
Yeah.
Going into this one completely blind would be such a cool experience to see as someone who has played all of the games. But Xenoblade Genesis is not a continuation or like a prequel or anything like that. The Xenoblade Chronicles games 1, 2, and 3 are considered a trilogy, and as well as their little DLCs and expansion stories. That has the series wrapped up in a very, very... The Xenoblade Chronicles series, I should say, is all self-contained, and I don't think anything else is going to be added. There's not going to be a Xenoblade 4. There's not going to be a Xenoblade 3.5, you know? There's going to be nothing of the sort. That story that was presented throughout the 3 games, which wasn't really even presented throughout the 3 games. It's you can play any Xenoblade game without playing any of the other ones, but there are obviously callbacks. But the DLC story of Xenoblade 3 specifically is meant to be played by people who have played 1, 2, and 3 in all of their expansions, and it puts a nice bow and concludes basically the overarching story that 1, 2, and 3 have done. And that is done. They are not going back to that. Monolith Soft has said that's done. We've wrapped it up. We're moving on to something new, which I think is so refreshing to hear nowadays. But also, it's also very exciting because now we can see new ideas, new worlds, new characters, and all of that. And especially Xenoblade Genesis, it just looks fantastic. It just looks fantastic. The one thing that really, I'm sure, surprised everyone is that the world curves the other way. Did you notice that in the trailer?
No.
Right? So they're looking out towards the horizon, and the land goes like this.
Oh. Interesting.
Instead of being on the exterior of a sphere, they're on the interior of a sphere.
I would not notice this.
Yeah.
I'm no Xenoblader.
Oh, I mean, I don't think you need to be a Xenoblade blader to notice that one, but
I was just tuned out.
Oh, tuned out. Well, you should be tuned in. You gotta be tuned in. There's a lot of cool stuff. I can't wait to hear how British everyone sounds in that game, or Scottish. They might do a different accent. You never know. But it comes out in 2027. I'm assuming since there isn't any English dubbing present for it, I think that it'll probably be. Honestly, it could be a September release as well, but I'm thinking more along the lines of, honestly, July, August, September would be my prediction. But then we got Nintendo Switch Sports Resort.
Oh, don't just drop it. Let me build this one up. All right.
Build this one up?
Nintendo knows. They filled this direct with the JRPGs. They know. Many things. And can I just say one thing real quick? Before Xenoblade Genesis, we're like half an hour into this direct, almost.
I think it was about at the 25-minute mark.
25-minute, whatever. Not one new Nintendo game.
Yeah?
That's crazy.
I don't think it's crazy.
What?
No.
Direct is halfway over. Not one new Nintendo game is coming.
Well, there's a bunch of other games coming, too. We just got 4 Xenoblade announcements. Fire Emblem was there. Rhythm Heaven was there.
No, but we knew about these though. I needed like a little banger somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's there's a difference. I'll get to this. Might as well get to it now. What I've realized.
And by the way,
what I've realized is that before you say that, Nintendo.
Sorry, I don't know why. I'm like cutting you off. Go ahead, please.
No. But the one thing I've noticed with how Nintendo does directs, especially now that the Switch era has started, especially compared to something like, oh God, the Wii U, where they basically had to show their entire hand because they're like, please buy our console.
Yes.
With this, the Switch 2 is the fastest selling console of all time. People are buying it like crazy. Even still, over a year later. And what they've done with these directs is even with this one too, they've put out enough updates and announcements to the point where we know what games are coming out about a month and a half past the direct time before the direct happens, right? Because we'll have Star Fox, we'll have Rhythm Heaven, and we'll have Splatoon before the end of July, right? And we have this direct in June, and we knew nothing past the end of July, right?
Yeah.
And with this direct as well, we now know nothing past Nintendo-wise. We know nothing past, with a dedicated release date, past October 22nd, right?
Yes.
So I think depending on how you feel about, or no matter how you feel about the presentation and the games, I think it's very, very certain that Nintendo will announce a direct or announce games to keep you occupied until a little bit after their next presentation.
Sure.
And doing that, it keeps you focused on, I would not have any interest in, let's say, Rhythm Heaven if I knew that next year a Super Smash Bros. Game was coming out. Or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Right.
Smash Bros. Isn't anywhere near close to happening. I don't know why people ask for that so much. Because obviously Kirby Air Riders just wrapped up. And if Mr. Masahiro Sakurai himself is going to be directing the project, that's just a whole other can of worms that we can talk about that later. But they're keeping your attention focused on the next few big things they have. And by doing that, you don't have to... It takes up space in your mind because you're thinking of the next Nintendo things. You're like, oh yeah, Rhythm Heaven. Oh yeah, Splatoon Raiders. Oh yeah, Star Fox. Right? And instead of back in, let's say, the Wii U days, you're like, oh Oh yeah, Pikmin 3. Oh yeah, Smash Bros for Wii U. Oh yeah, Mario 3D World. Oh yeah, Mario Kart 8. Oh yeah, Splatoon. And now all of a sudden you have a bunch of games in your mind and you can't focus on a single one. So I think it's very strategic what they're doing here. But I very much like Switch Sports Resort.
Okay, so they know they've filled this thing with JRPGs. They need something for the casuals, okay? Nintendo, as soon as Mr. Koizumi hit the little hand motion and you heard the little boink, I knew it was Switch Sports, and I think most people probably did it. It's not just me. And I'm jumping up and down. I see the plane. I know exactly what's going on. I'm sure most people do. Nintendo Switch Sports Resort.
Yeah.
Your new entry in the Wii Sports series. Overall, it's the Wii Sports series. It's coming to Switch too, exclusively.
Yeah.
And this is my favorite announcement of the entire Direct. However,
the entire thing, huh?
Yeah, although it's not without a few asterisks, all right? Let's talk. Switch Sports Resort is basically what Wii Sports Resort was to Wii Sports, obviously, right? They've added in some old Wii Sports games like the plane, the little like plane.
Oh yeah,
you like fly a toy plane.
I remember playing Wii Sports Resort way back in the day. And a bunch of my friends, they're also big fans because obviously I think Wii Sports Resort specifically is quite nostalgic for people. Just because obviously Woohoo Island I think is a big part in that, going around, especially seeing things around the island and playing in different spots. I think it's a very, it's like, oh wow, I used to play this when I was a kid, and I think there is a bit of nostalgia factor to that as well. But I think that nostalgia isn't going to be the prime thing. I think it's going to be targeted towards, maybe a kid has never played Wii Sports Resort, because Wii Sports Resort was probably 15 years ago at this point. When did it come out?
Yeah.
So it's a nice thing.
10, 9, 11.
Came out 2009. So 17 years ago. Yeah, it's just a nice thing for, new people who play games, It's a game for everyone.
Yeah, I get it. It's smart to do. I mean, Switch Sports sold so well. Over 10 million, so it's like smart to do. I just feel like, okay, you have, is it 12 sports, right? It's like 12.
Yeah, I believe the original had 12 as well. Or the original Wii Sports Resort.
Yeah, I think 5 or 6 are just the Switch Sports. Which is okay because like Wii Sports Resort also has bowling. Also has tennis, right? Am I tripping? It has some sports from Wii Sports in it, right?
Yeah.
But like, I think that's a thing of the past. Why am I paying $60, $70 for Switch Sports Resort just to have half the game be what I've already played in the past and also be able to thumb wrestle, Charlie?
But that's like kind of hype though, honestly. I did take a look.
It's all right.
I have the page open here, and it seems like it's 70 Canadian, so I would assume that means it's 50 digital, 60 physical for you.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I do think that having some of the same old sports is odd, and I kind of don't hope they do like free updates over time. They haven't said anything about we're going to add sports over time. I wouldn't want them to.
They probably will.
I wouldn't want them to, just so I can have a complete package. But those free updates are a good way to obviously drive more sales and gauge more interest as time passes and more games come out. But I think this is going to be, especially releasing so early on in the Switch 2's lifespan. We're just over a year in at this point, and I think it's going to be something that people, I can even see this bundled with the Switch, like how Mario Kart,
Japan,
Donkey Kong, and Pokopia are. And don't mind the flowers; they're going crazy.
Yeah,
I know it's 4 p.m. guys.
You're talking flowers are going crazy. Jeez, but dude, I'm reading this. Do you all want to know the sports and Switch Sports? Tennis, bowling, volleyball, basketball, golf.
Yeah.
I've played all of these. Half the game's not even new to me. I don't like that. I have one more criminal. So like the boxing, the skateboarding, the archery, the thumb wrestling, like looks good.
Oh wait, archery's in there?
Okay.
Oh my god, I forgot. Oh,
Yeah.
that was such a fun time.
Like looks good, right? Like we're gonna play, we will be there no matter what. Why on the greenest earth ever? Why on this green earth? Somebody needs to give me a reason right now why your most summery game of all time releases 9 days before Halloween.
9 days before. Oh yeah, look at that. I don't know. That's a good question.
This should have been August. This is the biggest fumble. No, dude, this is not a holiday title. This is far from it. What is the holiday game this year, Charles? Is it Zelda? Like maybe.
Yeah, probably will be Zelda, and then we'll get we'll talk about that in a bit. But Switch Sports Resort. When did Switch Sports Resort? I mean, not
and
Wii
like
Sports.
Let me clarify.
Resort.
Like this game does not need to release in the summertime, but like we can't be oblivious and act like they don't like to put out games like that, like Mario Sports or Switch Sports 1, like right before summertime. Like you want them
Wii Sports Resort.
Tropical,
Wii Sports Resort released in July of 2009. So it is a bit odd, I will say, to put it out. Put it out in October.
Yeah, Switch Sports 1 was like end of April. Like,
yeah,
I just don't see myself in October being like, oh yeah, Switch Sports. And like, once again, you can play this game any time of year. Like, it's not like they're putting out Summer Simulator in December. Like, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying timing is weird to me. I don't see this being like a greatly looked forward to a game to buy later this year. And once again, I don't know timing well. I'm sure Nintendo knows their timing. They know what they can and can't do and should and shouldn't do.
Yeah.
I just think that's weird to say the least. My overall problem with the game is that half the sports are already the exact same as we have played them before. That's my biggest
I have
thing
a crazy
with this whole
theory.
game. So, go ahead.
We all know, or not we all know, but the both of us know that Nintendo likes to hold on to games for a long, long time. Right? They have games that will be done, and they'll just hold on to them for a long time. You know, they'll just hold on to them, won't do anything too crazy, right? And wait for the right time for them to release. Or they have games that are like, you know, we can put that in there. We can put that in that month, right? And it'll do well. I think this is the case with Luigi's Mansion 4 or whatever it is and Switch Sports.
Really?
I think that Luigi's Mansion might have been slotted for October of this year, because I feel like that's like the one time you got to release Luigi's Mansion. I feel like that would have been like prime time, but I feel like it's going through a bit more. It's going to need a bit more time to cook for development. So I think that they put Switch Sports in there as the game instead of Luigi's Mansion. Or
it's a good theory.
Or my more plausible theory is that they don't care and they're just putting it out in August. I mean, in October.
Yeah, I feel like it's the latter. They don't care. They don't care when it. Just put it out there.
It's
at some
Switch
point.
Sports.
It just fits right there.
It'll work. It'll be a great game releasing around almost Christmas time for the holiday season, right? I can see Switch Sports or Switch Sports Resort for the more general audience, and then we'll get to Ocarina of Time. It is odd. It is odd. But here, you go talk about RuneScape and Hello Kitty, and I'm gonna go grab a bottle of water. I'll be here.
Oh, my favorites. All right. Well, RuneScape. So Cdotkom is grabbing some more waters. RuneScape Dragon Wilds. No thoughts. If he went to go get a water, he must not have any thoughts either. Okay, he's back. I didn't get to say much yet. Do you have any thoughts on RuneScape Dragon Wilds?
No, I did see it in, I believe, Summer Game Fest. I've never been a RuneScape guy, but I know folks who are.
Yes, and I'm not one of those, but yes, kudos to them. Hello Kitty Party Land. Stop right here.
It looks so cute. Oh my god.
It looks nice. Oh, it looks good.
I won't be picking it up.
Buy this.
I won't be picking it up, but I can appreciate the cuteness. I always like the little frog guy. I forget his name. But That's
I forget too.
that's my guy.
I feel like it's cutesy, but yeah, I will say, oh yeah, I'm buying it. Like I'm all talk. I will not actually buy it for sure. But yeah, cutesy game. It's fine. It's fun for like, you know, children, but not for me. Star Fox.
Yes. Did you play the demo?
So I didn't yet.
You didn't?
I didn't have a big problem with this being in the direct. Unlike how I did with Rhythm Heaven. Thought it was fine. It comes out this month, so like it's fine to throw it in there. I did not play the demo. However, I would have more of a problem if there was no demo. Like they're just showing it. Like I just want new stuff, man. Like you can't do this.
But you got
that's a selfish way of thinking.
You got all the new stuff to last you until at least October. And then there's going to be a September Nintendo Direct, as they do basically every single year, and that's going to show you all the stuff to, I would assume, March, and then we'll get another drip feed of announcements until June, and then we'll have the June Direct again, and I'll do the September Direct again, and we're going to be sat right here 365 days from now doing the exact same thing.
I can't wait for it, but. Yeah, I didn't have a problem with Star Fox. I did not play the demo yet, but honestly, feel like I'm not missing much. It really is just like a remake of 64.
I would say
looking better.
That you're right, but oh my god, they've the nature of this remake is quite. I'm not gonna say jarring, because obviously there's the more realistic art style. And they definitely, all the characters look a lot more animalistic, more so based on, you know, the original kind of marketing materials of the game. But I will say that as someone have you played the original Star Fox 64?
Bits and pieces.
Bits and pieces yet? Well, you haven't beaten the whole game through?
I know it's quick. I just like, life happens, you know?
I think we had this exact same discussion last time. I think we had this exact same discussion last time. So
we did.
That's your homework. That's your homework. It'll take 2 hours, and I expect next podcast you'd have played at least this new remake all the way through.
Yeah, I'll play the remake.
One thing that I'm very excited for with this remake is that they really seem to be expanding the story and just overall like lore of the Star Fox world. It's very refreshing to see, because in the original it's like, oh yeah, I will do it. Andros won't get his way with me, right? And it feels like there's actually a story to it. Not that there wasn't in the original, but it was very, very bare bones in the way they told it. Usually at the start of a mission, you get a little feed display, and, you know, General Pepper of the Cornerian Army would be like, "We need your help, Star Fox. Andros has taken over the Lilat system," right? And then Fox would be like, "Okay, I got it." And that would basically be it. And then you play the level, and then you go to the next one. But with this, there is now those little conversations are fully fledged cutscenes, right? And it gives you more expanded story about some of the locations you're going into, and depending on what exit you do, because you can either get mission complete by doing the standard objective, or mission accomplished by doing a secondary objective, and go to a different, usually more difficult stage next. Depending on that, you will get a different cutscene at the end. So I'm trying to figure out just how many different cutscenes for every single planet there can be. Because if you go, there's the demo goes over the Meteo stage, which is going through an asteroid belt, basically. And there's an alternate exit of this one. And depending on if you get the alternate exit, it's just a whole different cutscene, and you end up getting a choice of going to either, I believe, the planet called Ficina or a planet called Katina. And if you do it just the regular way, I believe you go to Ficina. Just no matter what. And it's really cool to see just not only you getting a choice like I believe you couldn't do in the original Star Fox 64, but it's also really neat to see the expanded lore of these places. Like Ficina is apparently where General Pepper hides the military secrets of the Cornerian army.
Yep.
And so Fox...
I mean, it looks robust.
Yeah, Fox is like, you want us to protect your military secrets, huh? And then General Pepper's like, oh, I don't know. I can't confirm or deny, you know? It really starts to sell the fact that, you know, you aren't working for the Cornerian army. You are just... Star Fox is a band of mercenaries that do their guns for hire. And it's just a really nice way of fleshing out the whole character arc of the team. It's great. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. I am too. I don't have many thoughts yet. I haven't played demo. I'm gonna get on it. I saw them play on the Treehouse. Looks nice. Looks fancy. Looks like it seems like it'll be worth the money. Seems like it'll be worth the time.
I got a question. Other than Star Fox 64, have you played any other Star Fox games?
Guard.
Star Fox Guard? Not even Zero. Just Guard. just Guard.
Yeah.
All right, you owe it as an apology to every single Star Fox fan alive. You need to play this remake. All the way through.
I will.
Yeah,
I will. And I'm going to talk about it on this podcast that week.
Yeah. I'll be on vacation. I won't be available.
Oh, man. Okay.
But I'll have a nice vacation treat.
I'll get you on for Xenoblade Genesis. All right. Any thoughts on Final Fantasy here? Any thoughts here?
Actually, I do. I feel like I'm just yapping your ear off, but this is the first.
Let's fly through a little faster. I have to get my hair cut at 5.
Oh my goodness gracious! Oh my god, we're barely through all the. There's so many announcements. Oh my god, I'm just scrolling down the document. Holy moly! Okay. Anyways, Final Fantasy Resonance. It is the first Final Fantasy game in the like HD 2D style that was popularized by Octopath Traveler, which Square Enix also made. I will say this probably is some of the most gorgeous looking pixel art I've ever seen in a video game ever. Very much looking forward to it. I don't know if I'll buy it on day one, but if I end up having free time, maybe like next summer I'll end up picking it up and giving it a playthrough because it is a beautiful looking game.
Yeah. I also do. I owe an apology to the audience here for not having thoughts on like most of these games. I am just a Nintendo guy, and that's what I'm here for. But I get your thoughts on these because somebody out there wants to hear it.
And that's why I'm here.
So. Yes, exactly. So just wanted to say that. I feel like I'm like letting you do it. Like, go ahead, Charlie. Do my podcast for me.
All right. Yeah.
No. Piku Niku
2. Oh my goodness gracious!
Looks cute, dude. It looks like your video game. Get Up.
It is kind of similar in style. I will say my game, Get Up, which I'm working on, and I showed you a bit before we started this podcast, which I'm not showing any of you guys. Not yet.
Woo!
I'll put out the first teaser when I have the first trailer done, and then I'll put out the first trailer when I have the second trailer done, and then I'll put out the second trailer when I have the third trailer done, and I'll put out the second trailer as well when I have the game done. So don't expect anything for a long time. But Piku Niku, the original, the first game, I bought it on the Switch eons ago, and I just never played it. Or maybe I played it for like 10 minutes and then I had to go do something, right? Now I'm going to go play the first one, like probably tomorrow. It just looks so cute and wacky. I love the little guy. I believe his name is Piku. So they are really cool. Then we got Dragon Quest Monsters. That's another Dragon Quest game. Little monster catcher game. That looks fun. I have not played a Dragon Quest game except for snippets of 11 when I tried out the demo. But then again, life just happened again, and I never got into it. The Dusk Bloods is getting a closed network test this summer, which is cool. I feel like this is going to be a December release. If it is still coming out this year, it does seem like it was upgraded to 60 frames per second over the last trailer. So it seems like they're doing some optimization work, which is good. Also, speaking of frames per second, it did seem like the Xenoblade Genesis trailer was in 30 frames per second. So that's crazy. But also, we're on the Switch 2 now, so if that's a stable 30, I don't mind, because I've recently been playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on my Switch 2, because I haven't been able to play it on my PC, and honestly, I'm surprised that game exists on the Switch 2. It runs very, very well. We got Splatoon Raiders. We got a direct announced for June 30th. I will not be there to see it, which sucks. Which also happened last year because Donkey Kong Bonanza had a direct around the time last year as well. So I'm kind of curious. There's so many things coming out when I'm going to be on vacation. But that looks awesome.
Yeah.
What do you think about
Okay,
Splatoon?
now you're like really doing my podcast for me. I have like thoughts on Splatoon Raider. I expected it to show up. I won't be watching that direct, if I'm being honest. I just feel like I'll get into the game and then learn about all these fancy mechanics. I'm just not the guy who wants to consume that ahead of time.
I forget if you said this. Were you a fan of the single player campaigns of Splatoon? That was the only part you played, right? Or was it just the multiplayer?
No, I've played everything. I've played every Splatoon, everything, every DLC. I'm a big Splatooner. I'm hyped for Raiders. I just like, I don't want to watch a half-hour direct on Splatoon Raiders and
if you know you're already going to get it,
that I'll forget. Yeah, like I don't know. I'll just get into it. So I won't be watching it. It doesn't interest me a crazy amount, but I'm hyped for the game. Hyped for it to release July 23rd.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. I'll just get it when I get it and then dive in. Like, that's all I want to do, you know?
Yeah.
If it's like Animal Crossing, I'll consume it all beforehand. But like with this, I'll just get into it. So I'm hype. Cool to see it in here. But once again, my mindset here was like, all right, I want more new games. So just seeing like games that I knew about, it's fine to put in here. It makes sense. I'm just like, I want to see something new. Like, show me something new. Show me something new. So, yeah, you know, I saw it. Otherwise, I have no thoughts on any of these other games until, I mean, Minecraft is cool, until the final one. So, do your thing.
Right, I'll do my thing.
Let the audience know.
We got Deltarune Chapter 5 announced. That's obviously not a Switch 2 exclusive, but I'm sure there'll be Switch 2 or Nintendo Switch exclusive content in there. That's been obviously very, very largely anticipated by fans of the series. I will be playing it when it comes out. I got my good old Let's Play channel for that. Then we have Metaphor Refantasio, which I believe I played about a year and a bit now. Made by the same people who made Persona 5, that team, I believe. Just one of the best RPG games I've played. Very, very good. It'll be right at home on the Switch 2. We got Minecraft Switch 2 Edition, which has the cool little vibrant visual things. I don't want to run Minecraft shaders on my computer because my computer is, I think, 9 years old and it will die if I do that. Jeez. She's old. She's an old girl. Then we got then was the sizzle reel of a bunch of games. We got Atelier Caria, I believe. I don't think that was in the. I don't think that was in. Was that in the US or the North America Direct? I don't think it was. I don't remember seeing an Atelier game. But then we got Warhammer, Observer, DayZ, Metal Gear Solid 2, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Tales of Eternia, Showrunner, Fitness Boxing, Everbloom, and then Final Fantasy 14 Online. That was the sizzle reel. That's a lot of games on the sizzle reel. That's, oh my god.
Honestly, it was.
That was a lot. I didn't even have time to process any of them because it was just going so fast. Yeah. Because like, now we got
small games either.
Yeah, sorry. No, like those are big ones. Then we got to talk about Kingdom Hearts. Every single Kingdom Hearts game, basically, I think, coming to the Switch 2, not on a cloud version. That's awesome. Maybe I'll finally play them because, yet again, same thing with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I have it on my PC. I have the collection on my PC. I have not played it. I think just the portable nature of the Switch it just makes it so easy. Like I'll play like 30 minutes before bed, and it just works so well. And then one thing I was not expecting was that Kingdom Hearts 4 existed. I thought it just got taken out back. But
it's a thing.
I can't believe it. Have you played any Kingdom Hearts games?
I have. I played. Oh my gosh, what was the one on the PS4?
That could be all of them.
I know. I was just gonna say.
I know Kingdom Hearts 3 was on the PS3.
I think it might have been 3. I was gonna say 3. I think it was 3.
Yeah.
And
great game series.
Yeah. I enjoyed it truly. My favorite part, because I was younger. I was like younger when I played it. It was just Mickey, and all the Disney fellows, like, and all the guys.
Help me! Yeah. We need to seal the darkness.
Yeah. But I enjoy Kingdom Hearts. Contrary to like what people may think, I do label myself the Nintendo guy, but I do like Kingdom Hearts as a series. I was happy to see this, so I might pick these up. I seriously might.
Then Kingdom Hearts 4, obviously on launch with all the other consoles. I feel like Square Enix. And well, I guess Disney partially, but Square Enix has been really adamant about that with their newer releases releasing same day as Switch 2. Because obviously we had the part 1 and 2 of the Final Fantasy VII remake, And now Part 3, Final Fantasy VII Revelations, is coming out next year. All systems the same time, including Switch 2, which is great.
Yep.
But the best part about this Direct, although it was heavily, heavily rumored and leaked beforehand, I still don't think my excitement could have been any higher for a full remake of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. What do you think?
Okay, let's talk. So
Wait, first thing first.
Background.
Have you played Ocarina of Time?
Not really.
Not really?
And this makes me look like such a bad Nintendo fan. Like, here's
You
my thought.
gotta.
When I'm growing up, like, I'm just like, all I know to do is like play the new Nintendo games. My dad takes me to GameStop. I buy the new Wii U game. Sick. Now,
Not even like
in
Ocarina
this
of Time
day and
3D?
age, no, I haven't.
You gotta
and
play the original
I'll
before the remake comes out.
I'll explain why, because everyone's gonna be like, oh my gosh, you haven't played it. So, like, growing up, I was never a Zelda guy. Ever. The first Zelda game that I played and loved after I played it was 2019. It was Zelda Breath of the Wild on Switch. Loved Zelda after that. But, like, until 2022, or maybe even put it one.
Yeah.
I was never like a diehard Nintendo fan. So like I didn't know what an Ocarina of Time was until like 2020. Like I did not care, couldn't care, anything. Now I know the history. It's like one of the best games of all time, obviously. I guess it just never was top of the bucket list because 2020 to 2022 was all Animal Crossing New Horizons. Like that was all it was for me. 2023 rolls around, and I am just playing like new Switch games because we had Metroid Prime later that year, Mario Wonder.
Yeah.
Like 2023 was a pretty big year. I'd
Prime
say
Remastered?
for
What'd you think
Switch.
of it?
Yeah. That I played through and beat. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I was like in the middle on it. I was like, I didn't like all the backtracking. It was just kind of like not my style.
Yeah,
But I see why people love that game. And then, like, I guess, like, between, like, working on stuff and then, like, playing current games, I just never decided to go back and play, 20, 30, 40-hour Zelda game?
Probably about 15 hours.
15?
Yeah, probably about that.
Oh, it's shorter than I thought it was. Well, I mean, like, regardless, I just never really thought to go back and play it.
Yeah.
And I should have. I take full accountability. I should have.
I think a lot of people. It like if you want to turn it into content, a lot of people would like to see you stream that. That's all I'm saying. I feel like I'd want to see that. I feel like I'd want to see that. But anyways, Ocarina of Time, right?
Yes. Oh, you have.
I have the Ocarina of Time. This was a
yes.
This is a.
Oh, that's crazy.
But this obviously was rumored, and I don't know if it was necessarily leaked a couple months ago. But I remember back in the videos July 28th, 2023, I was thinking about what was next for the Zelda series after Tears of the Kingdom came out. And I was obviously making tons of videos on Tears of the Kingdom at the time. And I said, I think the next thing that they're going to do before even the next mainline Zelda game, which we know is still in development and has been since 2023 most likely, and will probably release, if I were to say at the earliest, it would be early 2028. I feel like 2028 is the year. I feel like next year is going to be a 3D Mario year, as well as maybe Luigi's Mansion. But yeah, we'll talk about that a bit later. Ocarina of Time, a remake in the style of like Final Fantasy VII Remake, to where they expand upon a bunch of things and really flesh out the world, that to the point where, you know, they were held back by the N64 at the time because obviously it was the Nintendo 64. And now with the Switch 2 being so much more powerful than a Nintendo 64, to say the least, I think it's really going to give the developers the tools to, you know, give a different take of Ocarina of Time than the original, because I don't think that this is going to be a replacement for the original game at all. Just like how the Final Fantasy VII remakes, they aren't a replacement for the original Final Fantasy VII. That game is always there. That game will always be accessible to play, especially because we have the 64 on the Switch 2. I think that it's very important that this is considered a different take. It is not meant to replace. It is not meant to, I would even say it's not meant to retell, but it's going to give, it's a different look and a different experience from the original. And I think that's the correct way of going about it, because from just the looks of the trailer, they're really treating this game like the legend that it is, because this is the highest rated game of all time. And when this game released in 1998, and I only understood this because I only played Ocarina of Time back in 2023 fully for the first time. Like, I think I got to the Forest Temple and got stuck on that one key on top of the tree in the starting room. Everyone knows it. It's a bit of an infamous one. But when I played that game for the first time, using a Nintendo 64 controller and everything, I realized that if I play this in 1998, there would be nothing else like it. It would be the greatest game ever made. And I still think there's a certain magic to it, just knowing that and playing through it like that. And I genuinely think I have never experienced that anywhere, not even in a Xenoblade game, not even in Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. Genuinely, it is something that cannot be replicated. And I think if they try to replicate it, they will fail in the remake. So I'm glad to see that they are not trying to, and they're trying to give a different take on it.
Yes. My thoughts on Ocarina of Time being remade are as follows, Charlie. Are as follows. It's definitely leaked and rumored ahead of time.
It was.
On my reaction, you hear me say, "Don't be surprised when it's Ocarina of Time." Midway through the direct, even prior to that, I said, if they end with Ocarina of Time, well, I just don't think it's a strong enough ending.
You don't think it's a strong enough ending?
If it wasn't leaked, yes. I think since that leak happened, and I saw I think Kit and Krista, former Nintendo employees,
the people who were like the influencers, did Nintendo Minute?
And I'll go ahead and drop this guest on next week's episode for those who are still listening.
That's fun.
I think they even said the exact same thing. I think since that leak happened, Nintendo should have changed their plans. I don't think it should have just been like dropped like this, or like the big bang final announcement. I am so negative. I apologize to every single listener of this podcast.
No,
I'm
think,
so sorry.
No, you're not unjustified in saying that, but I do think that you got to take into account that not everyone is as chronically online as us, right? Mm-hmm. So the amount of people who probably saw the leaks beforehand.
It made headlines, though. It was big.
It did, but it was never really any confirmation, right?
Sure.
Because whenever I see game leaks, I'm like, that's not real. I don't care. Because I think people who leak games and make rumors about all that, they're really just doing that to get clicks to their own page, in my opinion.
Sure. And
I mean, why wouldn't you? If you have this insider information, why wouldn't you go for it? But then obviously that says, hey, now I got, don't tell anyone, but Luigi's Mansion 7 is going to come out next year, right?
Yes.
And I think that does make it so that people always blow it out of proportion, right? When it actually does get leaked and rumored. But I do think that just the overall excitement surrounding the greatest game of all time getting like a full remake like it is right now, I genuinely think that it's going to really resonate with people who not only played the first game nearly 30 years ago, or not the first game, the original game 30 years ago, but also if they probably have kids now, you know?
Yeah.
And
they're going crazy.
And they're going to be able to play that for the first time. Like one of my friends just got a 3DS recently, and I said, Ocarina of Time 3D. You got to play that game, right?
Yep.
They played through the whole thing, absolutely loved it. They're playing through Breath of the Wild right now. I told them yesterday, or like when the direct happened, Ocarina of Time remake, lost it. Right.
Yeah. Crazy.
Right? And I talked to them before about, potentially it could happen, right? It could be rumored. It could be leaked. I still don't think it diminished it as well. I mean, it wasn't as big of a reveal as it could have been, given that it had been leaked over time. But I still think that would be, it's not too much. And I don't think Nintendo necessarily cares about the leaks. If anything, the leaks got people more excited to see it. And it's just spread out over a longer period of time instead of just the one like lightning announcement, you know?
Yeah, I think it looks great, and I'm excited, but I have a few more problems.
Go for it. Go for it.
We're almost halfway through the year. We have no release date. Now, here's why that's a problem for me. Well, I mean, one, it comes out this year. I feel like most games, I just have a good memory of the 2023 June Direct for whatever reason. Like every Nintendo title in that thing got a release date, like concrete in that Direct. So this not getting one just struck me as kind of weird. Like even if it's November, like sick. My other thing,
well, I mean,
which is
something
not
like
a problem, but like
something like Metroid Prime 4 was in like the June. What was it? 2025.
2017.
No. Well, that also, but you know, Metroid Prime 4 was still slated as general 2025 back in the Switch 2 Direct in April,
No,
and it wasn't until September
point.
it got its announcement. I think the same was
No, you're right.
for like Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment in September that got a release date. I think I might be misremembering things, and then things like Kirby Air Riders, November 20th last year that got announced in I believe August. You know.
Yep.
And then even something
you are right.
And we're not even taking into account the fact that snap announcements can happen. Like the Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 remasters they put out last year, a month. Not even a month out from when they were originally shown off, right? So,
okay, you know what? Great perspective, great point. I just like concrete release dates, and this is definitely done.
Yeah, but
it's gotta be
but yet
done.
again, they want you to focus on what's coming up directly next, you know? I feel like once September hits, we're going to get either a Nintendo Direct of some kind or maybe the Zelda 40th anniversary Nintendo Direct, kind of like they did with Mario's 35th back 5 years ago. And we're going to see the Ocarina of Time remake there, probably something for the Zelda movie. Might even see a new 2D Zelda slated for next year because Echoes of Wisdom did come out in 2024, I believe. And that game looked pretty done. So yeah, I think we're just gonna get a big Zelda blowout later on this year. I think they're holding their cards close, and you know what reason not to? You know,
right? Graphics look phenomenal, ambitious.
I will say, okay, I'm talking about I'm yapping your ear off, but I will say, Monolith Soft, the developers of the Xenoblade series, have their own dedicated Zelda like development team. To help on projects and stuff. So I do think they are heavily involved with this remake solely because, and you're going to think I'm crazy. You're going to think I'm insane for saying this. The trailer, it showcases obviously the opening events of Ocarina of Time, the opening monologue of I don't think it's the Deku Tree saying that. It might be like a retelling from the Deku Tree sprout that you meet later in the game. But it opens up with a shot of Link having the nightmare in his bed, thinking of Ganondorf at the Hyrule Castle Town moat, and the Triforce ends up glowing on his hand, and I can tell this is not a pre-rendered cutscene. That's how the game is going to look. That is in engine. That is in engine cutscene, and the way I can tell Monolith Soft worked on this is because the fingers on the model are identical to those seen in Xenoblade.
Wow.
Which is higher fidelity, but they are identical. Same modeling technique. You can see the slight ridges. You can see the slight ridges, and I'm going insane, and I'm going insane about it. But that shows how many times I've watched the trailer over. But that's true. That's 100% true.
Yeah.
They're working on it, and partially that's why it looks as good as it does.
It looks great. It looks like a PlayStation game. So solid. I have one more comment, which is like totally because of the leaks, and I wouldn't feel this way if the game didn't leak.
Yeah.
When they showed the logo with this grand music, it felt like the biggest wet fart of all time.
Well,
that's
like if you
like it's
that's why they're called spoilers. They spoil the surprise.
It's not the reveal that they thought it was.
I think it was.
I mean,
obviously, it wouldn't be to you, right? Because you've seen it before, and I've even seen Ocarina of Time before, right? I've even seen the leaks and the rumors and all of that. But for me, I called that July of 2023. I knew that this was going to be a thing in my heart of hearts, right? So seeing that it's like rumored and stuff, like okay, I understand. Like that's the logical next step Nintendo would do. I've known this, but to see it actually be fully realized and to see the original N64 art style, like translated into this 4K quality. It was just something magical, because my YouTube like journey really started with Ocarina of Time. So this is a very very personal game for me.
Yeah, and that's cool. And we can only imagine what Joe Smith would be saying about an Animal Crossing New Leaf HD remake, and I'd be over here just going bananas. There'd be a freaking explosion in my studio. Like, it'd be crazy. So like, I fully get it, and I hate being negative, but let's get into ratings.
Yeah. I'd say the only thing for me that would make this Nintendo Direct better would be to see either a new Kirby game or like that Luigi's Mansion game. I feel like that would just be the icing on the cake for me, obviously, because I got my 4 Xenoblade announcements, a ton of games like Kingdom Hearts 4, and Big Walk, and even Piku Niku 2. Super excited for that one, and of course, Ocarina of Time. Just oh my god! So I'd say I'd give this one a 9 out of 10, and I'd say final announcement 10 out of 10. I'm gonna give the final announcement a different rating, right?
Okay.
And I think generally, for like overall, taking into account every single type of player, I'd say this is probably like a 7.58 Direct with the 10 out of 10 final announcement.
Interesting. I respect. On my side of things, how I feel. Let me preface before I say it. And this is me, this is not everybody who watched this is just me, and me being a Nintendo fan who likes Mario, who likes the Zelda, who likes the casual games. All I'm walking away with is that I will buy. Like, I mean, Pokemon Pokopia is great, but like, will I play it? I don't really know. All I am getting is the Donkey Kong Challenge on Switch Online, 6 new Nintendo Switch Sports, and Ocarina of Time remake.
Ocarina of Time remake, dude. I'm still so excited about that. Oh my god.
This is my least favorite Direct of all time.
All time?
Yep.
What was it before this? What was your benchmark?
You know? What did September 2023 have? That ended with Thousand Year Door. I don't think that one was very great either. I don't think that one was great.
Let's see this. Hold on, pulling it up.
I might get roasted. I don't remember that one.
Pulling up. Okay. Oh, Splatoon 3 expansion pass. Mario versus Donkey Kong. Mario RPG got a new trailer.
Never mind. I take
Another
it back.
Code
that was
Recollection. Princess Peach Showtime.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Detective Pikachu Returns. Trombone Champ.
I think it was September 2022.
Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. The Nintendo Museum.
Stop. No. That was a good one.
Amiibo
Stop.
figures. F-Zero 99.
Now I look bad. Now I look bad. That was a good one.
It. We got
September 2022 is what I meant.
Pass. Wave 6. Among Us. We got a sizzle reel, and then ending with Paper Mario Thousand Year Door.
No, that was a good one. I'm talking about 2022. Here was the lineup. I think I can find it. The only good thing that came there was Pikmin 4. That's the only good thing.
Let's see. I got it.
Otherwise, we got no new Nintendo games aside
Fire
from
Emblem Engage, Xenoblade, Wave 2 DLC, Splatoon 3 trailer. Got Octopath Traveler 2. We got Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope.
By the way, Splatoon 3, that trailer, the game released 4 days prior or something like that.
Yeah. Then we got Booster Course Pass, Golf Update for Switch Sports, Pikmin 4. We got, let's see.
Pikmin 4 was the only good thing. And then a meaningless Tears of the Kingdom trailer.
But that's Tears of the Kingdom, the first official reveal of Tears of the Kingdom. That was the name reveal.
Sorry. Was it the first one? I thought it was like the second one for some. If that was the first Tears trailer, great, love it.
This was the Nintendo Direct.
It was.
That had to get delayed because the Queen passed away.
Right, so it was the first Tears. Yeah. You're right. Tears and Pikmin 4. Even still, that's slim for me.
That's crazy to say that's slim. Anyways. What's your ranking? What's your ranking? Let's give a number.
I'm just saying that was my worst one before that. I give it a 1,
Charlie. You play Breath of the Wild. Yeah. All the way through?
Both all the way through.
What about Pikmin 4? What'd you think of that one?
Loved it. I played that 100% the entire game. It was great. I give this maybe a 2.5.
A 2.5.
All I get to walk away, and it's not all about me, obviously, but like I'm giving my opinion. Donkey Kong Challenge, 6 new sports, and Ocarina of Time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what do you rank the final announcement out of 10? Because we'll do that as well.
For me or for everyone?
Well, no, both. We have our subjective and then we have our objective.
For me, I go like because that leak, it probably takes off a few points. Probably go like a 6.
All right. Now like objective ranking of
for,
the direct. What do you think? What do you think everyone thought?
Like a 9, probably, right?
Yeah. I mean, I gave it a 7.5 or 8 out of 10 for the direct as a whole.
That's pretty hype, I'd say. So I'd say it's pretty high up there. And then for the entire direct, for everyone that I feel like overall for Nintendo, for their games, I feel like this is probably, it was kind of routine with the trailers of games that we already know about. So it's kind of like more promo-y than it was like new.
Mm-hmm.
I would go maybe, I'd say a 7 with all your Xenoblade Switch 2 editions, with your Pokopia DLC, with Ocarina of Time, obviously, with Switch Sports. I say a 7. There's something here for everyone, just not a lot here for everyone, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely
lots
of games
think that the,
for lots of folks.
The casual gamer playing Switch Sports probably isn't going to play the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Switch 2 edition.
You never know.
Some will, like you would.
Oh yeah,
but I'm saying like the casual, I don't know, 4th grader.
I mean the casual like fan usually only buys like 1 or 2 games a year.
Yeah, so I think there's something for everyone, but not a lot for everyone, which is you can't please everyone. So
yeah,
I didn't love it. I hate being negative. I think a lot of people in my chat felt the same way though, so I don't think I'm alone here. But I did not like it because it was so JRPG heavy. I felt, or just like these Japanese style games, I'm just not really into. And then I had 6 like Switch Sports, even though it was kind of cool. It's 6 new sports. I'll play them. I'm hype. I am excited for the game, but like it's not gonna change my life.
I'm so excited to do the plane.
You know.
Oh, that was so fun.
Yeah, no, it'll be fun.
With the
It's just
redesign
not
Woohoo
gonna
Island,
change my life.
great. Yeah, but I think that's what we think about the direct. Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
God. I feel like this is the longest. Longest list of games that we've had.
Yes,
on here.
Crazy.
It was very, very
So
fast
many.
paced. But we got some questions to go through, don't we?
We do have questions. Let's go ahead and get to your favorite segment of the week. It is time for the question block segment. Let's get there now. Folks, it is time for your favorite segment of the week. It is the question block segment where Charlie and I answer your questions you asked us. If you want to ask a question to be on the podcast, there are a few ways to do so. Number 1, comment down below on any platform that you're on. We take those. 2, email mariomatterquestions@gmail.com. 3, join the Discord server link down below. Or 4, if you see my YouTube community posts throughout the week on my main channel, EmSwizzle, you can comment on there. I take them from there as well. First question comes from, this name is small, Willius Nunn asks, what type of game do you predict the next Kirby game to be? Rapid fire.
It's going to be similar to Kirby in the Forgotten Land, I think. That's what I'm thinking. Because obviously, 3D Kirby. I don't think we're going to have a controllable camera. I think that's just very bad for the Kirby series. I don't think there's a reason to do that. Not going to be open world. It's going to be another level-based game, and it's going to be great. What do you think the name's going to be?
Kirby and the Fluffy Cloud. I don't know.
I see.
I think it's... Sorry. I'll just give my take. I think it's going to be I think it's a 3D Kirby game. Mm-hmm. I feel like if you do one more 2D Kirby game... I say one more as if like there's 20 of them. But I'm like, if you do a 2D game, like people are gonna people are gonna roll their eyes. Like I think they want the next 3D thing after waiting. It's been 4 years now. So
Forgotten Land
I
was
think
so
they
good
want.
Too, so
yeah, it was great. I think they want the next thing now. Mm-hmm. So yeah, any sort of spin-off or 2D, just get out of here. Just give me the next 3D one. Yeah,
I think it's gonna be called we're gonna go like deep dive into space territory. I think it's going to be called like Kirby and the Starlight Expedition or something crazy like that.
Well, those are big words, man.
You never know. I mean, we had Planet Robobot. I mean, that was one of them.
Great point. Great point.
So we'll have to see. But I'll read the next question, actually. Hello, Max, an unnamed guest. When do you think the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake will come out? What do you think?
Oh my gosh, I was going to ask you about this. Do you think that it competes with GTA in November?
I think it's going to release a week before GTA 6. Actually, I think GTA 6 is... there goes part of my microphone. But I think GTA 6 and Ocarina of Time, they're two completely different markets. They are not going to be competing with each other in any way, shape, or form, right? Because you have...
disagree.
Because people who are excited for Ocarina of Time, they do not have a PS5, right? They do not have a PS5.
No, but they might though, because there's probably like some 40-year-olds out there who played this game when they were a kid that now have changed their gaming taste and have a PS5, but might want to play the Ocarina of Time remake.
Yeah, but if they were to choose, I think the nostalgia wins in that regard. But also, I just don't think they're competing that much. I think they're two completely separate spots. Because Zelda is like basically the godfather of every single 3D action game ever, right?
Sure.
And so even if people are excited and wondering about GTA 6, I think GTA 6 is getting delayed again, honestly. But that's a whole other can of worms. That's a whole other can of worms. Or at least I hope it gets delayed again, because the developer working conditions are awful right now, from what we've heard. But I think it's going to come out in November, and I think that crazy prediction, there's going to be a Super Metroid remake for Metroid's 40th anniversary in December.
Ooh, random.
Or Metroid 6.
Sick.
I don't think it's going to be Metroid 6, though. Anyways, continue. What do you think?
Yeah. I just think... I think that does kind of compete, and not directly, but I don't know, direct. But I just feel like if there's a 35-year-old gamer out there, I think he's got some Ocarina of Time nostalgia, and he might want to play GTA 6 because of how long it's taken and how hype it is. I think there is.
Yeah.
I mean, there's competition with me. I'm gonna play GTA 6 and Ocarina of Time. There's competition for me. I'll buy them both, but like, I think there's competition generally.
Yeah. I think, I mean, all games compete with each other naturally, but I do think that just Ocarina of Time is going to, it's in its own lane. It's in its own world. Like it's a remake of the greatest game of all time, right?
Right.
That has a lot of merit. And
Yes.
GTA 6, it's like, it's, I guess, advertising merit is just that GTA 5 came out so long ago, right? And it looks to be, GTA 6 seems to be the most expensive game ever produced, like in development costs, which that's some red flags for me personally. But we'll see. I think it's going to come out. It could either come out on the same day, or I think it's going to be in. I feel like November is a pretty solid lock for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think November, because where else? You can't do October because Switch Sports. I mean, you can do like early October, but like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
You can do September, but like, why step on Fire Emblem? Like, it's the only slot that's not filled yet. Go November, do your thing. It's a big enough game, holiday game. Go for it. So it makes sense to me. Question about GameCube NSO from Donkey Kong
Holy
is
moly.
the username asks. Hello, yeah, right. And hello, EmSwizzle and guest. My question for you is: when do you think Super Mario Sunshine is coming to Switch Online? Thank you for the amazing content and keep it up. Thank you.
July.
Yeah, I mean, once again, it's like a summary type of deal. July's
We
a
haven't
great pick,
had-
and they can just Twitter drop that whenever.
Yeah, we haven't had any GameCube games in a while, I don't think.
Since Pokemon, right?
I think so.
Gale?
I think so.
Yeah.
So I think we're due. I think we're due.
Give me August.
August. I think we can see. Actually, I think August. August, you're right, because it's going to be Star Fox Assault and Star Fox Adventures in July.
Okay, wow.
Or something Star Fox. Maybe this month. We haven't even gotten to the drop of this month, but who knows? And the final question.
Read it off.
By Sir Introvert says, if you had to create a name or create the name for a Super Mario baseball game, what would it be called? So like Mario Sluggers, right?
Yes.
So I think, because just something Mario baseball, and then there's Super Mario or Mario Super Sluggers. I think this is going to be called Mario Sluggers Home Run, if there ever a new one. If there's ever
That's
a new
good one.
Mario Sluggers Home Run. That's it. What do you think?
What was the GameCube one called? I'm blanking.
I forget. I think it was just Mario Sluggers. But I have no
I
idea.
don't even think it'll be Sluggers. Watch this. They're gonna call it, so like they always like to use one
Mario
action
Superstar
word,
Baseball.
right? Thank you. They always like to use one action word. Superstar, tennis fever, whatever. These weird names. I think it's give me Mario Baseball Ignite.
All right. We'll have to see when that hypothetical game comes out. You never know. Maybe after tennis, that's what they're working on.
Mario Baseball Ignite. Yeah. That flows, dude. It flows. Ignite?
It does. I'll give it to you.
It's a good one. But yeah, those are our questions, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. Xdotkom. Charlie, thank you for joining us.
Yes.
What are your upcoming projects? What can we look forward to? Where can the people find you on the social medias? Let them know now.
You can find me at Xdotkom. That's it. Anywhere. Everyone knows me. I've been on the show long enough. So, yeah. That's about it.
Can I
excited.
make a deal with you on this podcast?
Okay.
However many episodes you come on until your game comes out is how many game keys you gotta give away.
I could do that.
And if it becomes more than we're expecting, we can cut it in half.
Cap it
the
at
amount of episodes you've been on.
Cap it at 30.
Okay, sure. But I don't even want to do that to you because this audience who listens will probably buy your game.
Oh yeah.
So
but you never know.
Give them out
give them out to your friends who aren't going to buy the game, and then they'll
just give us 5 for the Mario Matter.
All right, I'll
give us 3. I don't know why I even made that deal.
1 actually. We're going to hide the letters throughout the podcast, and they have to type them in one at a time.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Every 10 minutes we'll drop 1 letter, and then we do a 3-hour episode. That'd be brutal.
That'd be great.
Okay. Jeez. Yeah. Well, folks, thank you for listening. I will see you all next week. I already said it, so I'll just say it again. With Kit and Krista on this podcast. I'll see you all then.
Yeah.
Adios.
Bye.